Blackpink is the revolution.
Hey guys, BubbleT here, and I just want to come on here real quick just to talk about the whole recent video that Asian Boss just uploaded recently, and it's about JJY or Jang JaYeon, sorry if I'm pronouncing her name wrong, and how the president and the police investigators are now deciding to reopen up her case, and how her former friend, who goes by Jang JaYeon or also Yoon Jiho, has now taken a stand to be a key witness as to prove that JJY was sexually assaulted in her prime, or not her prime, but in the durations of her career. So this whole interview was just crazy from beginning to end. It's just, defend this person and to, go against the government, go against the industry and be like, hey, you know what you did is wrong, so I'm gonna stand up and be the voice of, or like be the voice of reasoning, or not be the voice of reasoning, but be the voice, because this woman, JJY, took her life because of the things that this industry did to her. And it's so sad and unfortunate. And then it's just crazy how when the minute she became a witness, she got the most backlash. Like when I was just hearing her talk about it, it was just so heartbreaking how literally a woman is defending a woman against a man's world, and she gets ridiculed. She has been blacklisted from the entertainment industry. She has gotten harassed through and from random people saying that, oh, well, and it's just saying, oh, well, you look pretty, you look smart, because you will never make it in the industry. So just keep studying and you'll get somewhere. And that's just sad. It's like she's standing up for what's right, and people know it's right, but they refuse to believe it because it's like, oh, no. This industry would never do this. Entertainment industry is never like this. You're just lying. It's like, no, there's proof. And we don't even have to use this as an example. There's just so many upsetting things that has happened in K-pop industry that has now been brought into light. That's been going on for numerous occasions and is still continuing on. But still going back to Yoon Jiho, it's just, yeah, she got blacklisted from the entertainment industry. She had reached a point of rock bottom, to the point where her mother, who originally lived in Canada, had to come out there, see how she was, and say, you know what, maybe it's time you need to come back to Canada. But even when she was in Canada, it just went worse to worse, like just went from worse to even more worse, to the point where she almost committed suicide. That's just how bad this whole situation was going for her. And it's just, I can't help but feel so sorry for her, because it's like, it's so unfair that she's having to stick up for, like, she's sticking up for what's right, and people are just giving her the biggest backlash ever. So, continuing 10 years after she had moved to Canada and came back ever since the case has been reopened, she has now had to pay $25,000 out of pocket to have 24-hour protection. That is crazy. $25,000. The Korean police were not doing anything to protect her. They had given her a watch specifically meant for whenever she felt in danger, she could just simply tap her watch, and the signal will be located to 3 locations, and they will be coming to her within 10 minutes. She was in a situation where she got into a car accident, I assume, and she had tapped her watch, and none of them responded. That's dangerous, because say if something really serious had happened, and she's relying on this simple watch and is expecting protection to come and save her, and no one is there to save her, she could have died. Like, anything could have happened to her within those 10. And it's crazy because the response time, they were saying with the watch, and once she hits it, they'll be there to her within 10 minutes. That is not enough time. Anything can happen in a minute. So what makes you think nothing will happen in 10 minutes? So like, that whole situation just proved that they just didn't care. Yeah, they may have went through great measures, but it's like, that's nothing. That's really nothing. That's trash, if anything. And then the police were saying to her that, like, oh, you're 5'8", no one's gonna you're too tall to get kidnapped. And even if someone was to like disembody you, it'll take a long process. It's like, who wants to hear that? I literally just got into a car accident, not once, but twice. And now you're saying, oh, if we're to get kidnapped, you want to get far because you're too tall. Like, I wouldn't want to get kidnapped at all, regardless of my height. Like, what is going on? So it just really just shows me how not serious, like, how how the government in Korea is not taking anything seriously. Now, I'm not going to sit here and bash Korea because it's happening everywhere in America. It's like anyone who has great power, and the government is shady as hell. We all know this. So it's like if you have great money and you have great power in any industry, it wouldn't take much for you to get any sort of protection from the government. And it's just sick that we have these higher ups. And then also bringing back JJY in this alleged suicide note. I mean, I don't even know what this suicide note is about because I've been reading sources, some say that her parents, that JJY parents did not want the suicide note to be released. So they have burned it up the day of her funeral. But then there's other witnesses saying that some of the pieces did not get burned all the way. So some media had found it in the trash, received it, and it wasn't even a lot to really give out enough information, but apparently they were able to get out 31 names that JJY had allegedly named, and they had all, posted it online and made articles about it. But then as the story unfolded, JJY's parents were saying, and then other people were saying as well, I don't know if there were testimonies or like, I don't know who the other people or like key witnesses, or those who were close to JJY, but they all confirmed that was not her handwriting. So some were saying that her manager could have wrote it, or whoever, but it's just so weird. Like that whole situation itself, that whole suicide note is just intense. And now they're saying that now they're saying they don't even know if she actually committed suicide because they're saying that the minute they found her body, they all assumed it was a suicide and that all the evidence that could have tested against it got burned. Like they trashed the evidence so no one could really know. And also on top of that, they didn't perform an autopsy on her to really prove if she had committed suicide or if it was an attack. So with all this happening, I just feel like this case is such a hot ass mess, and not in a negative, like not in a bad way, but it's just there's so many questionable things happening, and it just really just. And I've said this all the time. I do not want people who get into K-pop, or even if you don't even like K-pop, if you just like K-dramas, if you like K-sports or whatever, I just don't want you guys to think that the industry is peaches and cream. I know a lot of shady shit goes on behind the scenes. And it happens a lot in America. Now, in America, I don't really see a lot. I mean, the last thing I've heard that has had, the last big old shit moment that I've heard from an artist who has got harassed from their label or from any higher up industry was with Kesha with her record label. Or no, her manager, I think it was. That's the only time I've heard anything that's like, oh shit moment that has happened that involved a celebrity getting sexually harassed. Other than that, I have not heard anything. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if there's been any other celebrities who has gotten sexually harassed who has stepped forward, and I would love to look into it and get more insight about it. But like I said, all my attention is on to K-pop right now, so I've been more focused on K-pop, especially now as of recently with the whole Burning Sun scandal. I've just been getting a lot more invested as to what really goes on in the industry. And now that I heard that JJY's case is being reopened, and now that her friend Yeon is now taking a stand to this, it's really just catching my eye and just really showing me a different side of the industry. Like I said before, I know that it's not cupcakes and rainbows in K-pop, but this right here really just, not even K-pop, but in the Korean industry, but this really just takes it and like it really just shows a very big ass example of why everything is not what it seems. Yeah, online or like on social media, it may look like every person is living their best life, but it's like we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Clearly, we're literally having a key witness having to, relive this horror back to back to back, just to give Jang JaYeon or JJY justice, and that's what she deserves. But it's so hard because now people are like trying to calling her a liar, and I 100% believe her. I'm not gonna be the person who's gonna believe, all the media and stuff like that, because we all know how media likes to just fabricate everything to make someone look like a bad guy, just to just like portray someone as the bad guy. So I'm not gonna sit here and believe every single media outlet, but it does seem like a lot of people are trying to call her as a liar. Some are saying that her parents are greedy money. Some saying that she only wrote that book to get money. She doesn't care about JJY. She just wants the clout or whatever. But it's just crazy though, because like even if we were lying, this is like dangerous territory. Like this is enemy territory. She is risking her life. Lying or not, she is risking her life right now. So it's crazy to me. Like, why would someone go to great depths to lie or for money? Like even if this case were to like get bigger and bigger and bigger, and things did change, and then Yeon ends up saying, "Oh, ha ha ha, I was just kidding." That's a lot. Like, not only are you getting blacklisted from the entertainment industry, you're gonna get blacklisted from Korea in general. So, like, are you really willing to take that big of a risk just to lie, just to get money? Like, that's crazy to me. Like, who would go to this great depths, literally risking their lives to lie? Like, I don't understand. Like, who would want to do something like that? Like, that's just dangerous in itself. So, I mean, I personally believe her. I'm gonna continue keeping up with this situation because it's now starting to get a lot more recognition, and now that we have a key witness, a lot of things are going to unfold more. But with that being said, my heart definitely goes out to JJY's family. I did hear a little bit about this case like in previous years, but I never really I didn't really have much interest in it because I didn't know who she was back in the time. And it's unfortunate that I'm now just hearing about this like in full depth. But my heart does go out to the family of JJY and those who have been affected by this, and not just to her only, but to those women as well who are in Korea and who are in the industry and have been or are going through a harassment. I just pray that they one day get the courage to step forward and speak up. But it's just so sad though, because to me now it seems like if any woman speaks, not even a woman, even if a man were to speak out about sexual harassment, it seems like they get backlash for it. Like they get ridiculed and they get kicked to the side, and then they get called all these crude names because they're sticking up for themselves. They're coming forward about the harassment, the abuse that they've had to endure just for their dreams. It's crazy to me. So it's like, I don't know why we're punishing people when we should be punishing the people who are abusing these people. They're abusing their power to these young people. So it just doesn't make no sense to me. Now it seems like no one can come clean about anything, because it's like if we do, we're going to get shit on. And if we don't, then it's like we're going to continue with the abuse. So it's like, where can we find the balance in any of this? It just sucks. So, but I will be linking below Yeon's GoFundMe. I'm not telling you to go pay money, but I'm just saying her GoFundMe will be in my bio link below, because I mean, I personally feel like, well, I'm not gonna put my opinion in it, but if you want to donate, by all means go ahead. If you don't want to, that's fine. But please spread the word. Do the hashtags. You know what they are. I don't know what they are. I'm sorry. I know it's like hashtag, yeah, for one of them is Jang JaYeon, just in general. Hashtag it, get the name out there. I just want to bring awareness to it on my channel, just so, you know, I'm actually making an effort to like get the situation out, get it brought out more, to just to bring the situation out, get the word out there, and hopefully push for the government to stop protecting these people who have money, these people who have power, because it's unfair. Because if we're doing that, we're basically letting the people, the culprits, win, and that's not how we're wanting it. That's not how we're wanting things done. We want these people to suffer. We want justice for those who have been wronged. So, as I stated before, you take how you want with this video. I'm also going to link the video of Asian Boss in the description below too. So watch it and then take the opinion as you want to. I'm just sharing my opinions on it, and that's all. So as I said, I don't know why I keep saying as I said, but yeah, that's it for the video. I know I did say that I wanted to do 3 K-pop videos and 3 anime videos just to keep it balanced, but this one really just brought my interest, and I wanted to speak out about this before it got too heavy. But yeah, so with that, I will see you guys in my next video. Hopefully it'll be an anime video, but I can't keep promises with this channel, it seems like. But until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye.